Give us a call. Come on.
She wouldn't take it.
You'll love it. You'll love it. Right. So Matt Smith potentially playing Palpatine.
That would be cool. I would be interested if he was play young Snoke as well. That would be interesting too.
He's got the cheekbones for it, like, doesn't he? It wouldn't take a lot of prosthetics to make him look like Andy Serkis's CGI creature.
You would think they would do that. You would think they would, because there's a whole new universe.
I don't know. I think they're going to waste him. It's going to be one of those things where he's...
You mean like what they did with Terminator when they had him in it?
Yeah, but sort of something along those lines. But like, you know, in episode 7 and 8, the way Hux was getting on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, today will be the last day of the Resistance.
And then nothing. Just like, meh.
Yeah.
He became a joke character in the last episode 8.
Pretty much, yeah. But I can see him just being some random guy that's head of a Star Destroyer.
Could you imagine the Jedi? He's like some mystic Jedi in the corner.
No, because Rey's the last Jedi.
That's true. Well, you don't know.
And everyone can shut up. Right. So, yeah, Matt Smith apparently rumoured to be Palpatine or something. I don't know. He's just going to be a Star Destroyer officer. So, let's talk about something that's a little bit more interesting, which is this whole shebang with Deadpool. And the fact that they're making this PG-13 movie. And every week that we're in here, we seem to be reporting on this. Because more and more details are coming out. So now it's got a title. I've got a little bit more information about it. So, when you think a PG-13 Deadpool movie getting released at Christmas, what do you reckon it's going to be called?
Unicorns and rainbows?
Good guess.
Oh, was it close?
Wrong. It's going to be called Once Upon a Deadpool. And we have the...
Once Upon a Deadpool. That's a beautiful title.
We have the logo on Fallen the Nerd website. It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
So we've some more details on the re-release of Deadpool 2 this Christmas. The movie is called Once Upon a Deadpool. It's hitting cinemas on December 12th. But if you plan on seeing it, you better be fast. Oh. So Once Upon a Deadpool will have a limited engagement that begins December 12th and concludes on Christmas Eve, positioning it as a box office play aimed at young teens on holiday break from school. The lion's share of Once Upon a Deadpool is footage from Deadpool 2 that has been edited to meet PG-13 thresholds of violence and language. That's fun, isn't it? There's also new footage in the form of a framing sequence that was conceived by Deadpool star Ryan Reynolds and writers Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. Working with a small film crew, Reynolds and his cohorts filmed all the framing scenes in a single hectic day of guerrilla-style filmmaking. But for those thinking it's just a cash-in, like we were thinking, it is.
Hey!
But it will also support a good cause, as every ticket will see $1 go to the charity Cancer, or Fudge Cancer, as it's deemed here. So, talking to Ryan Reynolds, he said, Fox has been asking for a PG-13 basically since the start of the start in 2006. I said no since 2006, but now this time I said yes on two conditions. First, a portion of the proceeds has to go to charity. Second, I wanted to kidnap Fred Savage. The second condition took some explaining. So the star of the Wonder Years, Fred Savage, is in the framing device for the movie, which apes the opening of The Princess Bride. And we have a little image of Fred Savage in this new Deadpool 2. And I gotta tell you, man, this looks beautiful, again on followingthenerd.com. So Deadpool is sitting beside his bed, wearing a Santa hat, reading what I essentially deemed to be the story of Deadpool 2 to a grown-up adult Fred Savage lying in bed, like the start of The Princess Bride.
This is going to be nuts.
And if you look closely at the book, it looks like it's Deadpool's own book that he's drawn. Like he's drawn pictures in it with crayons and stuff.
Oh, it's like a wee animations that he does?
Well, if you look closely at the little image that you can see in the book there, he's clearly drawn himself getting ripped in half by Juggernaut.
Oh, okay. So he's a good wee artist. He's attention to detail.
So Fred Savage has been talking about this as well, believe it or not. And he said, well, my participation in this film is anything but voluntary. I'm happy to learn that Fudge Cancer will be the beneficiary of this shameless cash grab. Wise words, Mr. Savage, wise words. The movie is just a couple of minutes shorter than Deadpool 2, but just how much has changed we'll not know until December. So honestly, while we're looking forward to this, we know the charity angle is a good idea, we can't help feeling that Marvel and Disney have something to do with this, given they will soon own Deadpool themselves. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this.
I'd be interested to go and see it.
Why?
Just see what to do. Is it going to be? Is it just basic Deadpool 2?
It's Deadpool 2, but without all the swearing and violence. Essentially making it meaningless.
Oh, they should have just made a wee Christmas mini-sode
Yeah,
type
like make
thing.
a short or something like that.
Like he kidnapped Santa or something.
It'll be interesting to see it recut with all this stuff with like Deadpool telling the story to an adult Fred Savage.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
You know, like that'll be a little bit messed up, but I don't know.
I'd think, in fairness...
And like the whole charity angle, that's a great idea too.
Yeah.
But I've seen Deadpool 2. I've seen the extended super duper cut on Blu-ray.
But you haven't seen this.
I know, but I don't want to see this.
But you're a completionist. You have to see it.
I'm not a completionist anymore, Anthony. I gave that up a long time ago.
No. I have a whole list of stuff you have to watch.
That's nice. So we talk about Walking Dead. Spoilers now.
Yes.
For ages now, everyone was like, oh, they're going to kill off Rick Grimes.
I thought that too.
Oh, it's going to be horrible. So did I. Because that's all they seemed to be doing for the longest time. And no character was safe. Not even Carl.
No.
That kind of wound me up a bit. So I thought, with Rick, they're going to do the exact same thing. He's going to get bitten, or he's going to get swarmed by zombies. The way they killed off Madison in Fear the Walking Dead, which again was equally stupid. I was just waiting for Rick to get bitten. Because like they even teased it in the trailer where you see a zombie like coming up close to him and he looks like he's asleep. It's like, oh really? This is how they're going to do it? So at the end of, not last week's episode, but the weeks before, Rick is on his horse. And he's trying to lead a herd of walkers away. But he runs into another herd. This spooks the horse, throws Rick off the horse, and Rick lands on a piece of rebar. And it skewers him, goes through his side. And you're thinking, oh, really? And that's how they end the episode. So the cameras pan out and you see these two groups of walkers converging on Rick.
And then that's it.
And it cuts away. And you think, oh, really? What? So it cuts back to this episode. And this episode was brilliant. So it starts off, and Rick's having all these visions. And then he wakes up, and he sees the walkers coming toward him. So he takes his belt off, reaches up to a piece of rebar above him, and pulls himself off the rebar that he was stuck to.
Ow. Yep. And did they go into detail showing?
Yeah, they actually show it.
Oh, God.
So he gets back on the horse again, and he rides off. He makes his way to the bridge, the magic super special bridge that they've been building this entire series. And he thinks, if I can get the walkers across the bridge, the weight of them will collapse it, and it will deter everyone away from where we're staying.
Yeah.
So he hobbles himself across the bridge, and he realizes the walkers aren't heavy enough to collapse it.
Oh.
So he turns around, he starts walking away, and he's really, really slow now, and a couple of zombies have caught up with him. Mm-hmm. And you think, oh, that's it. He's going to get attacked by all the zombies, and then the bridge will collapse or something.
Yeah, because it kind of feels like it's going that way with it.
And take them all down with it. So, zombies coming up, and it's just about to bite him when it gets an arrow to the head and collapses. And Rick looks around like, what? And he looks over, and there's Daryl down on the embankment shooting arrows at all these zombies.
Yeah.
And everyone suddenly arrives. Like, so Maggie's there, Michonne's there, Daryl's there, obviously. Everyone from all the communities is there to save him. So Daryl, meanwhile, is sitting shooting away at the walkers. And Rick looks over as a walker knocks this box off a table on the bridge. And you see all this dynamite spill out. And Rick goes, oh. And throughout the entire episode, anytime he's had a vision, and he's seen people like Herschel, and he's seen Sasha and everyone else, he goes, I'm looking for my family.
Yeah.
So as he sees the dynamite fall, he takes out his revolver, points it at it, and goes, I found him. Bang! Entire bridge goes up in a big ball of flame and fire. And you see like walkers on fire, falling into the river and everything. It's really cool. But everyone thinks that's it. Rick's dead. So like you see Michonne, and she's like screaming out, going, Rick, no! Daryl broke me, dude. I have never seen Daryl cry like that. Like
they have a big connection between the two. So
well, they have, yeah, because they've been with
sense.
each other since the very, very first episode, basically. Well, not the first episode, but second episode.
Yeah.
First season, whatever. They've been together a long time. I mean, the last time I saw Daryl cry like that is whenever his brother got infected.
Yeah.
And like he walks over trying to find him, and he sees him like essentially kneeling on the ground, and he goes, Merle, He gets up and turns around, and he's a zombie, and he's eating someone, basically. And Daryl starts crying, like he's pushing him back as like Merle's trying to eat him. And eventually he just takes him out. So that was the last time really we'd seen Daryl that broken. And after the bridge explodes, Daryl just starts crying. And I mean like proper bottom lip quivering, like real proper crying.
Yeah.
And he just sort of walks away into the trees, and the screen fades to black, and you think, oh, that's it. That's how they've done it. That's how they've killed Rick off. Only they haven't. He's still alive.
How? From a massive explosion?
So apparently what happened was he fell into the river.
Yeah.
And we see that the zombies on the other side, the ones that went explodey boom, the ones that were still living were still walking toward Rick. So they were walking through the fire essentially and burning themselves up and falling into the river.
Yeah.
So it cuts to Jadis, who is another character that has been talking on the walkie-talkie to these weird helicopter people for a while. And she spots Rick on the side of the embankment. It's like, is this entire river of all these zombie corpses, like charred zombie corpses, like going away. And there's Rick on the side of the embankment, like groaning and stuff. So she uses the walkie-talkie to radio the helicopter and goes, look, I've got a live one here. He's not an A, he's a B. Can you save him? Like, he's my friend, please save him. So the helicopter guy goes, oh, we had a deal. And she goes, no, please save him. So they do. They get him on the helicopter. And what I really loved is, like, Wang Chung Dance Hall Days is one of my favourite songs. But they also have a song called Space Junk. And that's the song that they played at the end of the very first episode of The Walking Dead, where Rick's trapped in the tank with all the zombies around him. And you hear Glenn's voice come over the radio going, hey, dumbass. Hey, you in the tank. You cozy in there? And that's how the first episode ends. So with this being Rick's last episode, as you see him being airlifted away, and like he's all patched up and stuff, and he's got like the little kind of nose thing they put in you when you're in hospital for oxygen, they start playing Space Junk. I was like, oh my God, that's so nice. That's a great little way to bookend it. So you see the helicopter fly off. And it's a really weird shot because it lasts for a little bit too long.
Right.
Like, just because I'm not an editor, but I do edit, and I understand, pacing and stuff. And so I was like, they should have cut away from that by now. And the song fades out, and I went, oh no, it's been another bloody illusion, hasn't it? It's been another one of Rick's trips as he's been trying to get away from them. And it'll cut back, and you'll just see him land dead in the water or something like that. No. So the reason why that shot looked so weird is because the helicopter flies away and disappears. But then the scenery changes. It morphs. Okay. So, like, the trees get bushier. Like, pylons along the side of the road have collapsed over and become overgrown.
Oh, okay.
And so, obviously, it indicates a lot of time has passed.
Yeah.
And you see a bunch of walkers walking past the screen as, all of a sudden, these new people run up and start taking them out.
Yeah.
But they get boxed in. And there's walkers surrounding them. They're like, oh, well, we're going to have to go out fighting here. When all of a sudden, boom, a walker's head explodes. Boom, another walker's head explodes. Boom, 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 boom. And you hear someone shout, hey, over here, it's clear, come on. So they all run in that direction. They get into the forest where they meet what is now a 10-year-old Judith Grimes.
Oh.
Rick Grimes' little girl, who was Shane's daughter, but Rick raised her.
Yeah.
And she puts on Carl's hat, and she goes,
cool.
I'm Judith Grimes. And that's how it ends.
Oh my God.
So I can't wait for Sunday night's episode now, because this is now going to be a big time jump. This is 6 years in the future, and they're finally starting to introduce the Whisperers now. Everyone in the show thinks Rick died on the bridge.
So no one knows
seen that Jadis took Rick away in the helicopter.
Ah.
But where did Jadis take Rick?
Yeah, like...
I went very Shatner there, didn't I?
You did.
But where did she take him?
Well... Do you have information?
We've got some info spoops here on the Following the Nerd website. So what's next for Andrew Lincoln? He's coming back. So here's the deal. The actor's set to return as Rick for 3 big-budget TV movies that will air on AMC. So this was announced on The Talking Dead, which is kind of like the companion show that they show after the episode.
Is it like a podcast type thing?
It's like a podcast thing, but it's on the same channel, and it's like... It's kind of like a chat show sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Where they sit and talk about the show. So Scott Gimple was on it, and he's like the sort of head of the Walking Dead universe now.
Oh God, they have a universe.
Everything's got universes. He said, the story of Rick will go on in films. Right now,